that's a fish, and that's a good one. See what I mean about him hanging on? I was blathering on, and that fish just got on there. Wherever he is, he's a good fish. He's actually trying to go upstream past me. There you are, hanging around in trees as usual, humans. Anyway, first things first, very merry birthday to somebody, even though I'm not there. We're out with the ratifly rod, but this time we will be bugging. No worms, nothing like that, just 2 bugs. The river is, if you can see, fining down nicely after a couple of spates. What have we got? We've got, let's have a look, if you can even see them. We've got a little gold head pheasant tail there on the dropper with a 4mm bead, and then a much heavier gold head Christmas tree variant on the point, 12-pound line. And the ratifly rod is, of course, a old 7 or 8 weight, so it's got plenty of oomph in it. Because we don't want to be doing what we did last year and losing a big salmon on a 3 weight. If we're going to fish high water or ish, we better fish with something that'll cope. Anyway, the river's been up, down, up, down, up, down several times over the last couple of days. Now it's quite clear. And the weather forecast said it'd be raining, and then they've changed it to sunny. You know, it's not like it's a subtle difference. You get prepared for pouring rain and a possible rising river, and you find yourself out in pretty much tropical sunshine. But it's fishing, deal with what we got. We're all wrong for the tide. The tide was in ages ago, so any fresh fish might well have flashed straight through here. Gone. But we've got a whole week of rain coming up. There's going to be lots of opportunities for worming and spinning and everything else. So the sea fishing might be off for a while. And just in case anyone's going to go, you're not getting any bites because you're fishing the wrong flies. The pheasant tail on a dropper is always a killer. There is no day of the year when that's not an appropriate fly. And it works for everything in here. Trout, salmon, sea trout, they'll all take it. It's the go-to standby for the dropper. Apparently we can manage to catch the bottom still. Oh, that looks a lovely potential tangle there if we let it get going. If we're really quiet with it, we might. We might be able to deal with it before it becomes horrible. Before the glasses need to be brought out. Get over there. Oh, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. They did it. Look at that, they're having a conference. They're each blaming each other for the lack of fish. Everything's tapping the bottom, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Plenty of flyers hatching off. Oh, we had a bite, we missed it. Probably a trout. Any pulls that you miss when you're doing this tend to be small trout. The bigger trout and the suin and everything else, salmon, they just hang on. Oh, he was there again. Jesus Christ. Grr. He won't come again. We'll go through one more time, but we don't have to really worry ourselves that we've just missed a suin or anything, because that just rarely happens. Right, straight up there then, we're not messing about. Right then, you're back. And this pool does hold fish. You don't necessarily just go through it. So let's fish it with a bit of care. Due care and attention, as it were. Here we go. Oh, he's a monster. He's off. Well, hopefully you saw that. That was, whoa, 4 feet long, I reckon, at least. But like I said, that's the sort of fish that we hooked earlier probably, or missed. Little 3 and 4 inches. I couldn't tell whether that was a smolt. He looked a little bit silvery. So maybe. Sign of life, huh? Trees are getting involved. In case anyone didn't know, trees are dicks. We've got a small dead tree involved with our landing net. Starters. Get off, go away. Go and play somewhere else, go on. Be a good chap, bugger off. Go downstream. Look at that, he's refused to go downstream, he's hanging about there to get me. Surely that wasn't the only fish in this pool. Ooh, the reel looks lovely in this weather. Very pretty, pretty. I know the colour doesn't make any difference, there's something about a gold reel. All the shark boys who watch this will know instantly what that means. And the tuna boys, and some of the shore fishing boys. Gold reels rule, but it's just a personal mental thing. And surely that far bank, there's a good 5 feet of water up there, so surely there'll be someone at home. Plenty enough weight there to get straight down to the bottom. Not an offer. The dropper fly is nearly a metre above the point, and I'll tell you exactly why. It's nothing fancy like little fish. Oh, there was a fish. I actually saw him. Small trout. It's nothing fancy like little fish a metre above the other one or anything like that. It's a simple case. I had a big suing on once, a really good one, and I got him until his tail was touching the net, and then the dropper stuck straight in his tail. And unfortunately for me, he wasn't straight. He'd slightly flexed his body, so when he straightened out, he just snapped the line. So I try and make the dropper to point fly length, bigger than anything I expect to catch. Although there are fish in here a metre, without a doubt. Anyway, there was one other fish lurking down there, and he struck at the fly and missed. Or almost missed something, because I just about felt him, seen the flash. Gold flash, so trout. This side of the river is very shallow on bedrock and can be productive in a flood when there's really dirty water, not so much when it's cleared off like this. Maybe down the edge, maybe not. Maybe there'll be a snag. It's definitely a snag, not a fish. And it's off. Something to consider when you're fishing like this is every time you get snagged, pull it in, have a look. Did you bend that hook? You do not want to be finding out you bent the hook when you hook a big fish. So check again, tree. Damn it. We won't be getting this one back. Oh yes we will. Straight in the hand. Ow. That was a bloody good shot. Oh, we're in the right 2 and 8 now. Now we've just caught a 5mm tungsten bead doing a substantial amount of speed in a knuckle. The main thing is we got it back. Are you with us? You are. Here we go, here's a fish, and he looks a good one. Where's he off to? Oh, bunga, 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 bunga. Huzzah, see? Nice trout, nothing special but nice. Get him in the net just so you can see him. Here we are, totally unnecessary. Let's get the hook out and we can leave him in the net for a minute. Took the dropper fly, nice brownie. It's quite thin. Slim, slim, slim. Let's slide him away and off he goes. Of interest, that, if you can see it, is the fly that he took. Over in that little strip of calm water on the far side. Although that's just a strip of calm water from our point of view, because we're only seeing the surface. If you were down there with the fish, you might find there's patches of calm water right underneath the fastest currents. Not many ways for us to find out. The only real way to find out without going in there is to really feel the progress of those flies through the water. I know it sounds daft, but you can see the line where it's going down the surface. And you can feel whether the flies have made it to the bottom or whether they get swept away instantly. Oop, that was crap. Give you some idea. Bit like my last video where you're using a Rapala and you can feel the tick, 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 tick of the bait. That speeds up when the current speeds up. Slows down when you're in the slack water, so on and so forth. You've got to be a bit zen about it all and be in touch with your lure. Feel it through the water. Don't go all transcendental, of course, because you'll just fall in and drown. But be aware of what it's doing. Like here on this inside bit here, I'm actually retrieving it slowly because we've got a bit of dead water between the two currents. So one bit of water is coming downstream and one bit of water is going upstream, and in between the two is a perfect place for a fish to lurk, where he can just dash out into either current and pick up whatever's going past. And that was a good run through that far strip of slack water where I've hooked some big fish in the past. It's quite deep over there. Slow. Because it's right next to that, when there's a good flood on, this is a choke point between that rock there and that bank there, and the fish sit here and there, deciding whether or not to run straight through. It's not much of an obstacle to them, but some of them always stop to think. And of course the trout just live here. Wonder why that one was so slim in June when there's a massive amount of insects around. Is it simply they've been so persecuted by the birds that they can't feed properly? That would be quite reasonable. Normal trout behaviour is to sit out in a comfortable current and pick off all the invertebrates that come floating down. If you're being hunted morning, noon and night, you can't do that. So you have to hide. And if you're spending all your time hiding, then you can't be feeding. So it may well be the birds are having two effects on a river. One is to just kill everything, and the other is to stop the remaining fish feeding. That's a fish, and that's a good one. See what I mean about him hanging on? I was blathering on, and that fish just got on there. Wherever he is, he's a good fish. He's actually trying to go upstream past me. Let's hope we at least get to see him, because that's no small fish. This is going to be a migratory something or another, without a doubt. He's very upset. Yeah, looks like a suin to me. Quite a nice one too. It's going to be a while with this. Wahey! Yep, suin. Can we keep him here though? Will the ratty fly rod stay in one piece long enough to attempt to land him? And he's on the dropper, as far as I can see. This is strong for his size. He's very, very strong. He doesn't look that big. Fortunately for us, he's staying here. Might manage to do something now. And we got him. Right, we're going to let him rest now in the net. Let's let you have a look at him while he's there. Fresh off, that might be a salmon. That may well be a salmon. Let's get this fly out first. Like so, get everything out the bloody way. We're going to let him rest now until he's recovered a bit. It's fresh off the sea, whatever it is. Right. Shall we have a look? Come on, you. Yep. That's the salmon, a little Grilse. I'll let him catch his breath. Let's bring him out here where there's some flow. So he can get his breath back. Right. He should be okay now, I'd have thought. Come on, matey, let's have a look at you before you go back. There we go. Little Grilse. Very little Grilse. And we'll hang on to him now, just right in front of the camera till he's ready to go, and there he goes. Off up there. Most excellent. Now my net is playing up. There we are, and there you go. We've fished 200 meters of water, not far from the tide, and we bumped into a couple of trout, caught one, and then we got into a fresh Grilse straight off the sea, and it took size 12 pheasant tail. So it just goes to show, doesn't it? And if you watch the footage, I'm sure you'll be able to see I was blathering away, everything just stopped, he was there. And this is typical of migratory fish. They just grab the fly and hang on to it, and all you've got to do is tighten into them. And sometimes, like that one, you don't even know they're there, everything just comes to a stop, and that's that, and he's on. And we actually landed him, at least partly because we used the ratty fly rod and not the 3-weight. On the 3-weight that would have been a problem, and yeah, what can you say apart from good darts? So happy little dangler. I think I might go and have some dinner, because it's unlikely to top that today. And yeah, so ta-ta for now. Let's hope this video turns out okay. Chin chin and all that.